as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Beat flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds.
Thanks, Coach. Well, the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Come on, set, 8, read.
56. All day.
61, matchbox lights.
Alert 3.
Set, go.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Just bowling over tacklers. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss last week. You thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Ready.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Locke. And Tate's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Topper!
Check three. Mike 51. Check.
Protein spill. Now.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He completes it to Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
What? 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
Clock now on first down. Paul bringing it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
22. Hey, Red. Hey, let's go.
Back to throw, Stafford. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The first down carry here for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now. Go.
On second and 11 now. Locke. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 38.
56, check 56. Go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Go. Hey, let's go.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Logan. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Block now to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Locke going to bring the offense up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing now is Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Leo.
Locke to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 9. They'll run it here with Logan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Ready? 8, read.
56 is the Mike.
Switch 61, matchbox, lights.
Joker. Watch the safety grip.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second down, it's Logan. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. T.J. Logan, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 24, watch 24. Check safety, check safety. Sponge. No.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant. 49, check 49, check 49.
32. Omaha, ready,
To throw is Stafford. That's taken in by Callaway. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shit.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You can't block me.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
He's checking.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Get ready. Wide. Get wide.
Go out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Locke. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Set, 10 logo.
56. Let's go.
On first down, it's Samuels. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Clock now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got it.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Smith. Shoot.
On third down, block. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ty Johnson as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Badgley on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
50-50.
He's coming, double up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 36. Jim.
Big 20. Hey, fly low.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Stafford. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Dallas.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 31. Check 31. SOS.
32.
Check 50. Check 50.
This is Coleman. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Big dance. Big dance.
10.
Check the backer. Check the backer. Check 37.
On 2nd down, Johnson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 26.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys are able to regain the lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin 1st down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw it is Lock. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Flushed out right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Lock. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
61, matchbox, light. Rush in. Hey, wahoo! Get out.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Lock going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This is Logan. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Hey, Alpha. Big rip.
On 2nd and 7. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lock. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford, and this one complete to Smith. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
56. So we got man. Check nickel.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Under crunch.
Hey, Delta. Ready.
On first down, Locke. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Locke. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
282.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Locke going to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. This will be caught by Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Locke. Got a man. It's Brown. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll find Metcalf. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They will run again with Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On 3rd down, Coleman, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Go.
To throw is Locke. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Ready?
Now Locke. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught. It's a gain of 34. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing